Thank you so very much for being back. And if you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. Let's head straight to our conversation for today. Major-General Elias Njoku, retired Interim Chairman of the ALPSAN, has said that Nigeria is not yet ready to allow private individuals to bear arms despite rising insecurity. He explained that the country is still dealing with the dangers created by the proliferation of small arms and ammunition, which has worsened attacks by terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers.
Very true. So according to him, calls for citizens to carry weapons are emotional reactions that ignore long-term consequences. Njoku noted that even licensed private security practitioners in Nigeria are not permitted to carry arms because key regulatory steps and conditions have not been met.
Emeka, let's get talking on some of these things. Though we have it that when compared to Nigeria, like countries like South Africa, Gambia, Dubai, and Kenya, where private operatives and arms, do what they do, it still doesn't work the way they think it should be. Emeka, thank you so very much for hanging on. I think it's very important that we have a transition from the Anambra mayhem that happened that led to the death of the woman who was filming, and now we have that private security organizations are not permitted to carry arms, but bandits are permitted to carry arms. Emeka, speak to us on this. The private security organizations are not permitted to carry arms and protect their clients, but we have bandits, we have herdsmen and women, and even their kids and their children, having assault weapons. So why do you think one should have and people who are licensed should not have, especially at a time like this, Emeka?
The man who said that things, they just spoke out of ignorance. And it's unfortunate that the journalists didn't even know any better to have tackled it. What is he talking about? You cannot own, there is a level of weaponry that security outfits cannot own. It's not that they cannot carry the weapons at all. It is not true. It is not true. The journalists could simply have gone to Google to check the Firearms Act. They could also have checked the Criminal Code to see that, yes, people can carry, firearms for purposes of hunting. But you cannot but you can, but you cannot, carry, weapons that have cartridges. You can only carry, for instance, like then gun, what we call shakabula or double barrel. You cannot carry like pump action, like AK-47. machine guns and all of that. So to use a pump action rifle, you will need a permit from the Inspector General Police. Now these things are clear, but I was surprised. If you're talking of private gun ownership, he's also not correct. Because you're allowed to own a weapon of a certain grade, but with a license for hunting. Yes, you can also get a weapon for self-defense. Yes, can also own a weapon, acquire a weapon for self-defense. So, but to say that the law doesn't allow is not true. It's not born out of ignorance. That of the bandits, these people they are called bandits, they are criminals, they are terrorists, they are outlaws, they are insurgents. Name it. They are kidnappers, they are armed robbers, thieves. So, name it. So, that is why they acquire weapons illegally. Yes, the same man who said that private security outfits cannot carry weapons now also said that you have a lot of small arms. The route between Ghana and Nigeria is a trafficking for small arms, for illicit small arms. Then in a country like Sudan, which is a mess right now, which is a basket case, they manufacture pump action rifles. These things are sold. Even in Nigeria, weapons are sold. Weapons are fabricated, by blacksmiths. and sold. So we cannot be, we should not mix apples and oranges together. We have a security situation in Nigeria right now, but private gun ownership is not the solution. There have been calls for state police, and understand that in some countries, that a region can say, okay, no, we don't have the resources or the manpower, to hire, what's it called, to set up our own police. Okay, let the federal police handle policing, handle security for us. Handle security for us, and we will, we will pay them. And we will pay them. Let us, we'll pay them, and we will pay them, So that, you can see states have been setting up vigilance outfits. Yes, which is good enough, but of course, they need to be, these outfits need to be set up in accordance with the law, in accordance with the law, so in accordance with the law, these things need to be set up in
but
accordance.
What do you think, Emeka? Emeka, yes. What do you think is the opportunities in there for private security arms and organizations? What do you think are the opportunities there with them, especially with the withdrawal of, according to Egbetoku saying about 11,566 personnel are out of private homes, and that he would no longer be under pressure from ministers, governors, and friends and family members. What do you think are the opportunities for private security organizations?
No, you see, the opportunities are vast. The security sector worldwide is a big sector. And due to conflicts, due to growing population, due to growing urbanization, industrialization, and all of that, mining and all of that, so there is a need for security. The orthodox security outfits can no longer handle security, alone. So, of course, there are opportunities which they are using. Are they not the ones guarding estates and private companies? There are opportunities.
Okay, let's look at this.
So, for instance, you look at the civil defense now. Government said, okay, we drop policemen, but go and talk to the civil defense. Because civil defense are also trained. They carry offensive weapons. They carry AK-47 and all that. So go and discuss with civil defense. They have personnel, So the government is not saying we draw them outrightly. You even look at, you go to some government offices, you see civil defense. They are there to protect oil installations, and all, and other critical infrastructure. So you can't say that they are, it's not only policemen. You also have spy police, supernumerary police, people, who are trained, but they are not conventional policemen, But of course, if you look at the relevant, I think the Police Act or something, it says that supernumerary police can be an orderly to a minister, to a minister and to other, levels of authority in the state, So you have spy police. You see them working in the banks, Yes, you may see them wearing police uniform, but they are spy police, they are spy police. So you have civil defense. They are there. You can actually make use of them.
Right.
The police, so you don't have to use our policemen, because we have 100,000 policemen, in the service of VIPs.
But that has been disputed. Emeka, that figure, according to Egbetoku, has been rejected. He said he doesn't know where people got that figure from. that it is not 100,000 or 120,000, it's just 11,566. That's what Gbetokun has said to that particular figure all over the place.
He should tell us, he should tell us he should publish the full data. How many recruitments have they done in the last 10 years? Under Buhari, I think they were recruiting 10,000 yearly. Under Tinubu, I think there have been, there have been 2 recruitments, 10,000, 10,000. Then how many policemen did we have as at 5 years ago? They were said to be 375,000. So if we don't have up to that figure, so why do we have so many policemen guarding VIPs? I know of some VIPs who have up to 90 policemen guarding them. Some have 50, some have 40. You will see even heads of motor park unions, they have policemen guarding them. Local government chairmen, even councillors, even ordinary celebrities. You will see policemen carrying their briefcases. Is it right? You see policemen cleaning the shoes of VIPs, washing their cars, carrying baskets for their wives in the market. Look, it's because we don't value ourselves. You see criminals, Yahoo boys. They have police on this. What nonsense is that? The police is a democratic institution. It's a national institution, that we should respect highly. But we treat the police as if, look at the uniforms some of them put on. You even see some putting on slippers and all that. Because we don't value the police. All the budgets, yearly budgets, how many are giving, yearly budgets for the police, how many are giving cash backing? How many are giving cash backing? You get to the checkpoints, you can get to a checkpoint, you can see up to 6 or 4 inspectors. What are they doing there? So, just merely withdrawing policemen from VIPs is not the solution. What you need to do is to overhaul the entire system. Overhaul the entire system. Have a different kind of entry point. And by the way, what is the least policeman paid? Less than 100,000. It's the same thing with the military soldiers. And you want these people to go and risk their lives to protect you, to protect the country. What are you talking about? I know some outfits, corporate outfits, that pay security men 100,000. Yes, they pay 100,000 to just gate men who just open the gate and close the gate. Yeah, then just stroll up and down, patrol, and then go and sit down somewhere and sleep a little. End of the month, get 100,000. But look at our soldiers. You saw the other day, the other time. Look at the rations they were giving. I mean, when you don't treat your security sector well, and you are expecting goodies, that's why people lobby. You're talking of VIPs. What about state governments? There are special squads. These men have been packed into those places. What about EFCC, ICPC? They started with policemen who are drafted to them. Even though now EFCC has its own academy, they are recruiting their own cadets, training their own cadets, and all of that. But have those vacancies been filled? The vacuum left by the policemen who are moved to other duties, who are moved to those agencies, has the vacuum been filled? So it's not just by saying you want to recruit 24,000 soldiers, you want to recruit thousands of policemen. No. You need to totally overhaul the system. Entry requirements, entry level, remuneration is very, very, very important. If a policeman, if he's killed, his family is immediately, how long do they allow them to stay in the barracks before they're thrown out? Are their benefits paid? Can their families get their benefits? Do you have group life insurance for them? I hope there was a time, it was said that, yes, the government has set up group life insurance. But is it still in existence? Is it being well maintained? So all of these things are questions. And it's not just about withdrawing this, because those VIPs even treat them well. Some of these state security squads, they pay them well, 40,000, 60,000 extra. I don't know if it has been increased now with the increase in the minimum wage, but people lobby. All these specials, all these oil facilities, different banks, name it, the homes of bank MDs, many places. So it's not just about policemen going on the road in, blowing sirens in convoys. No. What about those deployed for certain special operations? You have a special protection unit. You also have the diplomatic protection unit and all of that. Are you going to disband those squads? Those people pay. So what if they sue you? That they've been paying, they paid you for the services of this policemen, and you're withdrawing. That's a breach of contract. They can go to court. They can sue you. So it's not just about making a pronouncement just for expediency, political expediency. You also have to look at the legal implications. Thank you.
All right, Emeka, we have to look at the legal implication of some of the actions, but of course, AIG Njoku said that since the information and the directive is coming from the president, that they are even shielded and they can use that as an umbrella, to sit back and watch like spectators and do what the president has said, and no one should put him under pressure for any reason. Well, we just hope for better days in Nigeria, and hope we would get to that point, that position in this country where a politician would walk down the street without anybody because he believes he's doing the right thing, because he believes that he is doing what he has been called to do, by the Constitution. Because the reason why they have lots of security or operatives is because they are obviously not doing the right thing. Yes, because why are you scared, really, if you don't have some skeleton in the cupboard there?
That's true. And I feel doing this too will even bring a new Nigeria to. And I really want to be part of the new Nigeria.
You want to be part of the new Nigeria?
Also be part of the new Nigerian, Mr. and everybody.
Yes.
That's our prayer. We need to
a new Nigeria where there are no more bandits and insurgents. Yes. All right, people, that's just about the time we have. Thank you so very much, Emeka, for being here. We truly do appreciate you. And we have to call it a day for today. Please do well to follow us. You can find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I'm Kendi.
Have yourself a splendid Friday. God bless you.